FlossTube. We are here on Saturday, May 11th, and we are coming at you a little bit early this week because tomorrow we are celebrating Mother's Day, just like many of you are. So we want to wish you a very happy Mother's Day. It is truly a blessing to be a mom. Anyways, so we thought we'd get together early. We're at my house today. We don't have too much. No, but we've got some good stuff and a lot of finishes.
And in a different location.
Yes, we're out on my lanai, or sun porch, or whatever you want to call it in Florida. But I found a way to kind of hide my air conditioner unit back there behind that quilt.
Oh, is that what?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's this tacky white thing. But anyways, it keeps us cool in the summer. So I enjoy stitching out here, and Philip plays right back there on the rug.
It's
so
nice out here, yeah.
It really is. We did have to add, as you noticed, some curtains. We had to add some blackout curtains, because come 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we have full sun on the side, and we cook.
Yeah.
So it's really helped out. Yeah. But anyway, so what you do last week? Anything good?
Well, finally we was able to get in the pool, which was great.
Yes.
I mean, normally I'm in it like around the first part of April, but weather and then some foot issues, but yes.
We held strong this year on the weather for sure with some cooler days.
Yeah, cooler nights, so it didn't warm up a lot. But it's really funny because I posted some pictures that I had finally gotten in the pool, and I heard from Debbie out at Snug Harbor Crafts, and they had snow.
I saw that.
She had snow.
I saw her comment, and at the same time it was like, what did we hit, 99?
Yeah.
On Wednesday or Thursday? It was brutal.
Warm.
Yeah. Was not, we didn't inch our way in, as they say. I mean, it just came.
Came all of a sudden.
So
that was good. And then a couple of weeks ago, I had the Bare Bones 3-day retreat up in Ocala at the hotel, which was good. Some new people, and again, some more people that it was their first retreat.
I love that.
Some ladies from the Panhandle, some ladies from down south around Barefoot Bay, which is further down on the coast, on the East Coast. And so it was really fun. A lot of new people, real nice. And then last Wednesday, I stitched at the shop, and we had a full house. I posted a picture.
I saw that.
Yeah, we had a full house.
Probably
it was fun.
5 that I knew. You know. So.
Yeah, we get a lot of new people, and then people coming in shopping, but it was a lot of fun. Posted a lot of pictures of everybody loves that I posted on Brick City Stitchers, and what a variety of stitching. So it's really kind of cool to see all the variety. Yeah,
what one did I fall in love with? Boy, somebody just had a finish, and it was a big finish. Oh, I can't think of what it was, but it is. It's you've got your mirabilias and your full coverage, and wish I could figure out who just finished one.
Chris was still working, and looks like she's pretty close to getting done the New England sampler, which is an older ginger and spice one, probably back in the late 80s. Maybe that was it,
because I love those.
Well, it's so funny because it brought up, I have the Florida sampler, that ginger and spice, and I looked at the date. I pulled it out.
Yeah.
I did pull it out. I don't know that I'll ever stitch it, but I pulled it out because I wanted to show the girls next week at the shop, because we talked about those old charts, because they had a Western one, and they had a New England one.
And you can see them. There's one on eBay right now. Maybe the Western one that you can buy finished, but you rarely see the New England, or the Pennsylvania, or the Northern.
So, like I say, it's always fun to see all the different stitches. And 2 new people that just started stitching Wednesday, and they were stitching on little mill hills, so that was fun.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, bless their hearts.
So that's kind of all I've been up to. What about you? You were out at the yard sale.
The yard sale was the biggest thing. I think Philip and I did. I feel like we did something on Wednesday or in the middle of it, but we did just relaxing stuff, and then we did low-key Wednesday, because Friday, I kind of kept it where we were chilling. Friday was our access to the plantation where we live, yard sales. So there's 13 communities inside here. Oscar's just, he doesn't understand FlossTube yet. He understands patterns, but not FlossTube.
Yeah, he's trying to sneak in.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Don't be surprised. Anyways, it was a lot of fun, and I have to admit, I didn't share yet what I got.
No.
So Philip and I jumped on the golf cart. We started as early as Philip was ready so that we would beat the
here he comes.
heat. Oh,
Here he goes.
he's going to come see you. Put your tiny on FlossTube. He's like, go ahead, you could just, there we go.
He's like my Oscar.
And yes.
Yes.
Oscar. So anyways, we went riding around, and of course we were going to stop at my dad's. Him and Julie was having one at her house, so we said hi's, and it was just nice to drive around, and the weather was not as bad as what I thought, but we heard you were getting storms, and it was overcast, so I think we didn't have the heat that I think was going to come. But anyways, I didn't see much, and then finally I saw a house who had, let's just come here, okay? Let's just come here. Okay. I saw a KitchenAid mixer.
I see the box. Is that what? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I see on a table in the driveway, because I don't get out. I mean, Philip's on the cart, so I kind of we just peek. So if we can see it, we see it. So I saw a red KitchenAid mixer. Now, I always wanted the red one, but I am not a big baker, cooker. I just can't anymore. It's just not as easy. And I've already bought it for my daughter when she did culinary, but it doesn't mean I don't want one. And it doesn't mean at Christmas time I'm going, why don't I have, a nicer mixer? So I thought, all right, I'm going to stop and I'm going to ask, because I also saw that there were things still in boxes. So I went out, $100 for everything.
Whoa.
So the red one, it had the thing, the bowl, the plastic cover. It had a cover, a quilted cover for over it. It had the directions, and it had 2 attachments still in boxes.
Good grief.
So considering that those things go for $300 or more, and then you got to start buying the attachments.
Wow, that's a deal.
So I told Randy as I was driving up, hey, how'd you like to buy me a mixer for Mother's Day? So that was my treat. Now you can't just go off like that. Anyways, so yeah, that was our big thing. And then we found tennis rackets. And Olivia and
we went
and played. Yeah. So as of, she's kind of been working out too and doing some things. She goes every day. And then I started Weight Watchers on April 1st. And I'm down 17.
Oh, wow. Good.
Yeah. So we try to do something a little bit each night, whether it's a half hour, and we did tennis last night, or whether we're walking the dogs, and that's 2 miles.
And better to do it later in the day.
Yeah, we go at night.
It's so
we definitely go at night. One time we went at 9:30 at night.
Yeah.
Just, it's her and I, we're together. So anyways, apparently he's all right with this FlossTube.
Yeah, he seems to be kind of cool. Mine would never, he'd be all over.
He runs the show. I mean, this is Oscar the cat from all the patterns. This is him.
We have 2 Oscars.
Yeah.
And they do look similar.
They do, except you have white paws, right?
Yeah, Gerald calls him white paws because he has white paws and a white face.
Those are very cute.
Yep.
But that was it. That was it for me. And I'm getting new tires.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
you gotta do that
these things are not as good, but that's before Biltmore.
Yep.
So before I drive up there, and that's next Thursday.
Yeah. Cool.
I'm ready.
What about FlossTubes? You been watching any?
No. Well, I had to admit, like if I get Philip to sleep, and then I come out, and then we go work out or walk or eat dinner, I have done less stitching and less stuff and put more focus on some of that.
Sure. And that's good.
So
that's good.
Yeah.
Mine is
but I want to watch that one.
Yeah.
I shared Brianna Lentz. It's Brianna with 2 N's _ Lentz, and I'm going to watch that tonight because she was doing a patriotic and I love patriotic stitching.
Yeah, she's doing, like, she takes different designers. I think she said there were 7 designers maybe that I watched. And each designer, she will show so many of their patriotic patterns.
Yeah.
It was interesting. And she said she's going to do more. She's going to do another one because she only did 7 designers, and apparently she had more.
Yeah.
Well, I watch Pam and Steph every Sunday night, which is just one of my things. And it's usually my late night stitching kind of thing. And Pam had mentioned the week before that she's doing the drawn thread sale that Peter and I are doing, and she showed that. But then this last Sunday, she had said that, in fact, she said, Linda. And
Linda.
She says, you got me off and she stopped. And she said pot, and Stephanie said, do you mean toilet? And I'm going, oh, I started hysterically laughing. I've got my earbuds in. My husband's already asleep in the bedroom, and he hears me laughing. The TV's not on, so it's complete silence. He comes walking out, and he sees me, and he says, oh, you're watching those two again. And I went, yeah. But anyway, she's joining the sal that Joy and Missy are doing.
Right.
And we'll talk about that later because that's one of my whips. But that was funny.
Yeah.
And then I watched the Sassy Southern Stitchers.
Okay. Yep.
They are in Texas, and I kind of met them at Stitch West when I was there. And it's good. And it was fun because they hadn't done a FlossTube since Stitch West, so they did a really good review of that.
Recap.
And a new one for me, Holly's. Okay, I'm going to get this right because I get it backwards. It's Hobbies of Holly.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's only done 5 or 6, but I love her stuff, and she's got a soothing voice.
She is. She is on Instagram. We can tag her and we'll put it in there.
Yep.
But she is super, super sweet. And I can't say I've known her for years, but she's one of those you feel like you have. And she was the one that sent me, she had gotten some Halloween patterns at one time and sent them. She has a grandson with some special Graham. That, always need to have her prayers over, but just she's just a pleasure to listen to.
Yeah,
and I'm glad.
I really enjoyed her.
Yeah, she does a lot to help care, to take care of everything that the daughter goes through to make sure that everybody's needs are getting met. So she's incredibly busy, and to sit down and I'm glad she's doing them because I think it's something that gives it herself some time. But she stitches, like I said, some really nice things.
Stuff,
Yes. And she just did the one that was, it was the sunflower, and they did a little sale.
Yes.
Geez, I can't think of it. But if you see on her Instagram, she just finished it. It's really cute.
And she doesn't have that many. I went back and started binge watching. I think she's maybe only got 5 or 6. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty recent since she started. So.
And then I watched Snug Harbor Crafts. Debbie and I are going to be hosting the next sale that starts June 1st. And I'll talk about that later. I'll show a little bit of it. But Debbie's got all her stuff. She actually did change her fabric.
Oh, did she?
So she showed what fabric she'd be using. And then it was funny because Kef doesn't stitch a lot, but Kef actually had a whip.
Yeah.
So it was, Kef has a whip. So, and she's doing
like
a little
the cheerleader.
Oh, she's
I think she's the because she's just always around everything, and you don't see her stitching as much, but she loves it as much. So she's definitely
So those were kind of who I watched. Yeah, it was fun. So you have finishes?
Yes, I do.
Well, do we want to do?
Yeah, let's get those out of the way.
Yeah.
So last time I said I was going to be going home and then quickly doing a short FlossTube to share my 4 summer releases, and that never happened. And I wish I could remember why I got busy during.
I don't know, but I knew you had said you were going to try to do it on a Saturday. And
right,
I don't know.
And it didn't work.
Yeah,
it didn't work. But either way, so I thought, well, I'll just show them now because they're finishes, and since Linda stitched 2 of them,
sure, we
won't do heavy into details, but what she recalls, she can share, and other than that, so you can see them here up close and personal. So, move that out of the way. I can do Matilda first. Yeah. The first one is Be Kind. It's the next in Matilda's little series, I guess you would call it. And a friend of mine, Amanda, that I met in, not Maggie Valley, but Lake Junaluska.
Oh.
Last fall, one of the girls I met there, she model stitched this, and she did a fantastic job. And then the finishing was done by Terry of the Old Needle Shop.
Really cute.
So yeah, so she is. I was starting with the queen bee because she kind of is, but I didn't like her with the crown. I liked her with the little bee antennae. So that is Be Kind. And then I'll let you do the next one.
Okay.
I'll hold it.
Okay, she'll hold it.
Yeah.
And this is Home, is where you drop your anchor, right? Am I right on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Home is where you drop your anchor.
I got to stitch it. Of course, when she was designing it, I went, oh, nautical. Okay, yeah, I want to stitch it. I will tell you, when she showed me the color of the house, I kept going, I don't know about that. But as I stitched it and looked at it, I think it's perfect. I mean, it reminds me kind of an old Nantucket kind of looking. And it's funny because she had not named it yet. And as I had posted things or put things on my phone, I would call it Nantucket. But I love the carriage, and the horse was kind of cool, and the whale. And I don't remember what we used for the water, but it was really a pretty color. The lighthouse, of course. And, of course, the whale up in the other corner with his tail hanging. But the house, to me, was just the perfect colors that screamed, New England.
And so basically, I give you a little story in the pattern, but the biggest part is just that you've got a mother, daughter, and the family dog waiting for the dad or family member to come home from being at work at sea. So, and home is where you drop your anchor.
Yeah. And it was stitched on a 32 count, I believe. And it's a light blue.
Very light,
very
skyish blue. It's got some modeling in it, and I wish I could remember the blue that you used too.
It either, yeah.
But, either way. Okay, let's see if we can just...
You want me to put it over here? Have you got it?
Yeah, I think so.
And you have a little more room over here.
Okay. And that is number 5 in the Home Is series. And the next one I designed the other day.
You've got it started.
Yeah, I've got I think I'm going to stitch that one. I kind of really like the whole, I don't know. Sometimes I really like the people. If I have like a really good person or something like that, then I just want to stitch it. But this one I stitched, and I will say it is one of my favorites. And this is called Let Freedom Ring. And it's I just kind of call it a country patriotic one because you've kind of got the sheep that are in there.
And it doesn't show, but the fabric is kind of a greenish.
It is.
This is the name of it.
This is Pistachio Frappe by Grace Notes Fabric, and it isn't going to show as much, but it's
a pretty green.
This is a great green.
It's a great green.
It's not depending on the light it's in, it can change a little bit. So in the family, but in here it's a little bit darker. But
it's really great with a border because it picks up that green.
I enjoyed doing something that was square. I don't know why.
And it's not big, so it's not a big stitch.
No, and I will say, so I have, I had shared it with Tina after I designed it, and she was like, it's just this little square thing of awesomeness. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll send it to you and see what you do differently. So she stitched it on 36 count, and then she did not fill in around the USA and the 1776. Gave it just that much more of a prim look, and then she just finished it at the bottom of a tray.
Yeah, it was
because it was that much smaller. And then Jen, Sweet Chaos Stitcher, she was another one I had slipped the pattern to, and she just got it back from the framer. So mine was stitched on 32 count Pistachio Frappe. There are dyed flosses that are used, but it would be so easy to do all DMC because it's just your patriotic colors. I mean, it's just some cat. I don't know what the problem is. Anyway, so that is Let Freedom Ring, and both of those were framed at Hobby Lobby, and they have them. And then this is the fourth one.
This is the fourth one.
And I have to, oh gosh, it's just, let's see if I can fix this because Terry would have a fit. She's too cute about her bows, which are my favorite part. I mean, so there we go.
This is Jack and Josie.
Mm-hmm.
And I stitched this one too. And it's so, I love it with the border. She had said to me, you don't need to put the border on if you don't want to put the border on. And I went, no, you know, and as I stitched it, I went, it needed the border. It looks really cute. And I think this is when I discovered that new color that I started using. Yeah, I used it for the pumpkin because I don't remember what color she had picked, but I thought, ooh, I just Colonial Copper.
Colonial Copper.
It's a classic
CCD,
Classic Color Works.
And I probably had something like a sweet potato or
I think
something else
what it
in there, but her hair's sweet potato.
And I thought it'd be cool to have a little different color.
And her hat is whiskey. And so she had stitched Scarecrow Jack, the original one, and so that's how I kind of tricked her into, you probably want to have this. And then I stitched Mini, Scarecrow Jack Mini, which I love. So either way, he needed a girlfriend.
Yep.
And so that's on a...
And then I stitched one of your first ones that had the scarecrow in it, too. On the farm, there was a farm scene with the scarecrow, and
Wasn't that Scarecrow Jack?
Was
the original?
Jack?
Yeah, that was the original one,
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Because I stitched another one with just Jack, too. I think I have 3.
I'm running out of where I remember my models. So that was that, and those are
the models.
Those are the models. And then I didn't share this time.
No.
I did share that I had finished him, but this was my own finish, and this is one of the animal crackers, of course.
Whoa. Which then she said, I've got to stitch them all now.
I do. And I think they call this guy bobbin.
Yes.
And so I did not, in the pattern, it shows that they've wrapped the bobbin, and then it comes up, and that's where the thread is connected to. I would like to eventually, not today, do a sample, just a little sampler, just a whatever, and stitch it to that height and kind of pretend like the mouse has sewn a sampler. Yeah. So I told her to leave that off for right now. So that's phase 1, and I didn't do the berry bowl because I can always go back and do the berry bowl. But that I just love.
He's so cute.
Yeah.
And you stitched that on 8?
Yeah, this was 18? Actually 16 count, so he might be a little bigger, which Terry was like, that works for me.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I do want to stitch, the only other one I have is the fox, the one that also came out at market this year. Mm-hmm. But the one I'm in love with is that dang rabbit.
Yeah, I've seen him. She's cute.
The one in the dress.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, somebody,
who was
needlework, contented needleworker, Kim. I always see him upside down because she stitches with it, not upside down, but that's how you see it. But anyway, that rabbit in the dress and her little sweater. So I don't know. I might have to buy that first. So right now he's by himself. But
and then you have that one.
And then this one. Yes. And this one goes with the story that we shared last time on FlossTube, which was about the woman that came in and had dropped off a few of her pieces that was no longer stitching tiny. And I am so glad Linda had shared this one with me and brought it to me, because I just love the message. I mean, it is adorable, and if anybody could tell me what the pattern is, I love the designer.
Yeah, we're curious because neither one of us could identify it as to who it is.
And I love it because in some ways it reminds me of Brenda Keys.
It does.
Doesn't it? Yeah. A little bit? I mean,
it could be the sampler company. I
don't know if it's, but either way, the message was perfect, because I just really think it does take a village to do what we all need to today. And so I am so thankful to have it. I love the fabric. Terry finished it in for a flat fold. Totally me.
And this is the 90-year-old woman that can no longer see to stitch.
Yeah.
We told that story last time.
Yeah.
Her pieces were just phenomenal.
And I took one in each time I took in a model, I took one in, and you didn't get to see that one last time, and
Yeah.
that's it. But I am just absolutely thrilled.
Yep.
Yeah. So
I did take 3 pieces to the framer, so I'm hoping to get those back before sketch
what did you
con.
take to the framer?
I took the Light of Winter, the Bridget Gervais,
Okay,
and
that will
then-
be your match to that
Mhm.
one, right?
and then I took the Winter Sampler, the Crochet A Go-Go.
Oh, that's
The
a big
one.
daddy.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Oh, yeah.
And then I took the most recent one was Summer Quaker, the middle section of Summer Quaker, which is funny because I always thought that I wanted it framed right up to
The edge.
the stitching.
Uh-huh.
But as we looked at it, it would have made it rather small.
Yeah.
So she threw some mats on it, and it
Okay.
really made it. So
That's interesting because that's what the intention was with home is where you drop your anchor. And I wanted them to butt that frame
Yeah.
right up to the half a lighthouse and the half a house. And when we did, it felt like it lost something.
Yeah,
So we
exactly.
double matted it.
Yeah.
Mine
I
don't know if maybe
mat
that's
too.
just one of the things that happens when
Yeah.
you try to do that. But
Well, sometimes they're the professionals.
yeah, I mean, I just knew as soon as I looked at it, I'm like, and plus some of the stitching with the frame I like was going to get hidden
Yeah, you get
under
lost.
there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm glad we did what we did.
Yeah.
But that's it.
All right. Okay, that takes care of finishes. I don't have anything. Whips.
I
know
do.
you do.
Yes, I
Now that you
finally
found it.
Yeah, okay. I got home from FlossTube at Linda's last time, and I had said I was going to. Something was happening that day, and I was going to my dad's, and we were doing different things. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, she's messaging
And
me. I can't.
I'm
find
like,
it.
I was going to wind the thread that night. That's all I was going to do is just wind him up. Couldn't find it. Finally, I realized when I had separated my projects for the last time we did our whip parade, I think right after Christmas or the beginning of the new year, I had another basket that I had forgot, which was the, get to basket.
And it's funny because I specifically remembered it being in a very large project.
Yes.
Which it was.
It is.
Yeah.
Which I love this one.
Yep. I do.
Every time Kirkwood Crossing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, I did get a start on it. I don't remember exactly which day I got a start because it wasn't that day, but I think it was the next day after I found it.
Yeah.
But this is for the Ginger's, what is the name of
Ginger's
this
birthday sale.
Ginger's birthday sale.
And also Prairie Schooler Saturday.
Yep. And so better late than never. And once I got started, just like typical.
Oh, man, you really got a lot done.
Just like typical.
I told her
Prairie
she was going to
Schooler
catch up
fashion.
with me. She's already got almost 3 houses done. And I know you're saving them for fill-in, which is great.
This one down here, the lower
Mhm.
left, I'm going to save for Biltmore
Mhm.
Retreat and just have the fill-ins. I might come up, do a little bit on the top and get that last window.
Yep.
There's not a window there, but I need to bring it down to those so that I can just make sure I don't goof up.
Yeah.
The rest I'm trying to finish with the exception of outlining and whatever. So I'll work on, is it Saturday today? Yes, it's Saturday.
I know. I
today.
keep thinking it's Sunday because we're together.
So tonight, my goal was to at least finish the roof
Yeah.
because it's filling. And, but yeah, so I'm stitching it on 28, I think it's 28 count.
Is it?
Yes, because I had an old piece of vintage country mocha
Okay.
that day we were checking.
Okay.
28 count
Oh.
Cashel vintage country
Okay.
mocha. And I don't, I think that's why I'm loving it extra.
It's just
Because I can see
Yeah.
it. I sit out here.
Yeah.
I build myself a little house and
Mhm.
off I go.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of hoping soon. I was waiting for, I think it was once I got that one in there, the last one I started,
Mm-hmm.
then drop down, do the sleigh, then pop up
Oh, then
and
go
do the
up.
snowman,
Okay.
and then hit. So yeah, but what I'd like to do is possibly get over to the church because
Yep.
this is this was a large piece of vintage country mocha.
Yeah.
So if I could just
Get to that church.
get to the church and get to my edge, I'd cut my piece off.
Sure.
Maybe hit
And
Rick
your
City
snowman,
and
which there's not a lot of white in this, but there's a snowman. He'll show up really good on that.
He will?
Yeah.
There's really not a white in there. It's
No, but I think he's going to show up fine. Yeah.
Okay. And I just think it's so interesting. When you look at this and you see it, you're thinking, oh, those are red houses. Red schoolhouse, red house. They are not.
Mm-mm.
Isn't that interesting that they are that deep orange or what do you call it? Copper? They're copper.
Is it?
It's
is it
919 and 918.
They're all DMC.
And they're all DMC. And it's red. I mean, they say red and dark red. But when you look at them and you're stitching on it, it looks like a copper.
Yeah,
it looks like a rust.
Brownish.
But
red.
when you pull it back, it looks so it's so interesting what the colors do. Because for me, if I had designed this, which that would be so cool because I'd be prairie schooler, but I would have picked like I would have picked like a deep red and look at how I just love that. I love that prairie schooler gets all that colors. So I've had a really good time, and the trees I love. I love doing,
but
maybe not to get to the top. No, but these little suckers I like. I don't like the backstitched ones.
Yeah.
Right there.
I haven't done any of my back stitching, and it looks like you have not either. Okay. I normally always save my back stitching to the end, but that's just me.
I will probably do the windows, no problem.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to one of these little, what do you call it, like the leafless tree winter. Those I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I haven't got any of those done yet. I've only done a couple of these little ones.
Yeah. So how you have 5 of the houses completely done?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I have 4 completely done.
I'm so excited.
I'm telling you, you're catching up with me.
I'm telling you, I am so excited about this one. Everything else went to the wayside.
Yeah.
So
it's fun. I know I've stitched on it other than Saturdays. I've taken it to Brick City on Wednesdays because it's easy fill in.
Yeah. Well, the thing is when we say Brick City, when we say Prairie Schooler Saturday, that doesn't mean you can't stitch on Prairie School or any other day. It just means that's a dedicated day.
Well, and I kind of cheat because sometimes I can't do it on Saturday, so I just call it Wednesday.
And that's what I had to do, when I could. So, but guess what? Tonight, Saturday.
That's right.
I'll be stitching on it.
Me too, probably. Although I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
I sit down. I have 4 whips that I've stitched on. I know. It's unbelievable.
Those others are moving fast.
Yeah. Okay, and so here's my prairie schooler. And mine.
Which I do love the blue. Like, I love them all, but man, your blue is something
It's
else.
actually, I think it's pewter.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. No, it's silver mist, which is kind of a bluish gray. And I have 4 houses. And
a lot of trees.
And a lot of trees.
Girl.
I think we counted 52 trees at the top.
So you...
And I've got more than half of them done, I think.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
So you... trying to get there.
Yeah. So I kind of I always start in the middle. It's just me.
Yeah.
Unless it's a different type of sampler. But normally with something like this, I start in the middle. So I start, and I kind of work my way over on the top, and then work down. So I did that brown house. I guess that's kind of where I started with that snowman.
Yes, yes.
And then work down to the bottom, so I know I'm at the bottom.
Right.
And
so you have bottom and top accomplished.
Right.
I do want to go do that flag. That could happen tonight for me.
And I love, it's really cool, and you probably can't see it real close up, but the logs that are laying next to that house on the top.
Yes.
They really look cool.
And
yeah. So again, no back stitching, but.
Right. But tree on the sled and the horsey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, don't you worry, girl. I got nothing else to do today.
I know. Like I said, you're going to get
I got to get the... Where's your wreath in your house?
I haven't done that house. That's the house that you're doing.
Oh,
see,
okay.
I've done the one.
Okay.
Yeah. That house
I got you.
Here.
Okay.
Yep. I haven't done that yet.
I love it. I love it so much.
Too. And it's such a fun piece to stitch up.
Now, what is the other village that you have done?
I did the Harvest Time, it's called. And it's the fall
And you
one.
gave me that pattern.
And
Because as I'm doing this, I'm like, oh, girlfriend, you're going right into the fall one. You just know it.
that was my first story schooler. That
Yeah,
Harvest Time.
I just,
Yeah.
and there's a witch one in that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's why originally I saw the fall village. I really liked that, but then it also had a witch, so it was like a triple score on. I don't remember what was on the bottom of turkey.
Yes.
But oh my gosh,
Yeah,
these
and I did.
villages,
I
huge.
actually just did that little turkey in the middle,
Yeah.
and it's a little pillow. I love that.
Okay.
All right. Okay, let's do sea glass. We haven't seen that
I
in a
can't
while.
believe you picked this
I
up.
did. I picked it. And you know why?
Well,
I was at-
yeah, I know why.
I was at Brick City Retreat, and Jean keeps saying, "Where's sea glass, Linda?
Mhm.
Where's sea glass, Linda?"
It was precious.
So I picked up sea glass, and this is kind of where I'm at. Now, it's on 25 count over 1. This is Carolyn Manning's sea glass. And the colors look nowhere close to the cover. And when I get those bottom squares done, I'm 2/3 done.
Oh,
So it will be,
it's gorgeous.
yep. And it's really a lot of fun to stitch on, especially at a retreat, because I can sit and outline some of this stuff and then just fill it in.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have to use
I wish they could see.
use a highlighter to figure out where I'm at.
While we're talking about tiny,
Uh-huh.
can I just interject? So I shared my mouse, this little one, whatever. And Stacy Nash was so sweet, and she shared it on her stories. And then, did you see what she shared?
Mm-mm.
A 56 count mouse,
Oh my word.
1/1.
Over 1?
It fit like this
Oh my gosh.
in a little hand. Or was it the bunny with the dress? It's one of them. I think it might be the bunny with the dress. It literally was the size of a finger. I'm like,
How in the world could you
know. What would I have to do to Linda to help her to make me one of those? What would I have to give to you to stitch 56 count 1/1? Nothing. There's nothing in the world I can do to do that.
No.
It was so tiny.
25 over 1, I don't have a problem.
Right.
And I guess it's more like 50 count. But 56 over 1?
That's like a get. Like, I don't. If anybody ever got that, I would have a cradle for that thing.
Oh my
I'd have a
gosh.
little miniature house cradle made. I mean, it just was,
I can't
it was
imagine.
mind blowing to look at and
Mhm.
beautiful. I was like, oh my gosh. And here I am over on 16 count. Ada. Feeling good about it.
All right, so that's sea glass. So there's still some to do. And I thought that maybe I would have it done. Okay, this was my first year at StitchCon. I was working on this. So that would have been
Yeah.
21.
It was our first sale.
Yeah, and it was our first sale together.
Yeah.
And it's still not done. But
No. You're at least going to get yours done. Mine is sitting in the stitch or ditch pile.
Yeah.
Even though I have a hard time letting it go because when I look at it, it's so pretty. So unless I can salvage it in some other way,
Mhm.
we'll see. These I'm in love with. And you're stitching them so fast, it's making me upset. 'Cause
Well-
it's like I want to do them. So when you're done,
Yeah.
I like the way you're doing them minus the alphabet.
And Peter's doing it the same way, just in a different kind of format.
scenario.
And actually, I got a note from my friend Tracy, who is Primrose Scroll Works on Instagram. She does
Mhm.
beautiful, beautiful scroll painting scrolls, and I've given you, I
Yes.
think, some of her
I got
stuff.
the
and you've gotten
froggy
some of
and
her stuff.
mhm.
But anyway, she's stitching it too, and she's further along than I am. I think she's got 3 of them.
I feel
done.
like you do one a day. When
Well-
you start one, I feel like you almost accomplish it in a day.
Yeah,
Maybe
now
2
this
days.
This is what we're talking about.
Where's
This
the
is
cover?
drawn. Well, what I have.
You have one of the
Oh, here.
seasons.
I pictured.
Oh,
I printed that. What this is this is the drawn thread, simply seasons stitched all together. There are 4 different patterns,
Mhm.
but I chose, and so did Peter, and we're calling this the Simply Awesome Sal, to take off the alphabets. So I'm basically doing the houses with the words, which would be the season. So I started with winter, and I got winter done, and I finished with spring. And I've started summer, but I kind of hit a little roadblock, and I kind of put it down only because, now here's a picture of summer close up, but again with the alphabet. There are satin stitches, which I've done lots of satin stitches, but they're beads, and they're 2 different colors, actually 3 different colors, some of which are 2 strands, some of which are 1 strand. And I was working on it late at night, and I was really struggling with the wings and the bees themselves. If you open it up, you'll see the different, okay, see the next page is, oh, this page. This is the stitch on how to do the bee. So I'm stitching on 32 count, so it's not bad. It's 32 count dirty, but for some reason it just kind of gave me a roadblock, and I put it down, and I just thought I'll come back to it a little bit later.
What's the
there's a gold, I don't know, I could not get the body of the bee to look right.
Mm-hmm.
It was 2 strands of each color.
Oh, I see, because it's,
yeah,
I see.
Yeah, kind of overlaps.
It's changing colors.
Yeah. So I'll get back to it. It was just one of those things that I had to put aside. But I loved winter. I love spring. And I think I'm going to love summer once I get the house going.
The bee skep is gorgeous.
The bee skep is gorgeous.
The satin stitch, too.
Yeah. And it's a satin stitch, too.
Yeah.
But this is a Sal. And again, Peter, I know he hadn't gotten real far. He's working on, he's got a retreat coming up. So he's got some special things he's doing for the retreat. But it's a lot of fun. And it's not going to be very big.
I mean, if all else fails, you could just stitch the wings.
I know, but I want to stitch it the way that it
I mean, definitely the
look.
bee skep should be easier to do that.
Yeah.
So where are you here? Oh, you're coming
coming
down, and then you can do the house.
Yep, then I can do the house.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
Go to that.
So I'll get back to it.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. I think I kind of put it down for a couple of reasons. And that was to start. Okay, what did I do with the other one?
She's in a start frenzy.
Uh-oh. Where's my other one? Okay. Time out. Here it is. Okay, then my next start and my next whip is with Missy and Joy. Missy from Two Needles Pulling Thread and Joy from the Carolina Stitchers started a building block sale, and we could pick anything with blocks.
Yeah.
So Joy actually showed this Summer Snapperland, which had it's a Bent Creek Summer Snapperland that had, and there are 4 little charts like this.
Yeah. I think we showed them last time.
I think we did.
Yeah.
And I had not started. So I did get it started. It started May 1st. Is that right? Yeah, May 1st. And I have 2, love it, going on 3 of the squares. And there's 4 of them. And it's so cute.
I love the bike.
I know,
it's just so fun.
And now I've got a little fill-in that I left that I can go back to.
I'm trying to get the blue.
The blue
is
is really
by
pretty.
Barefoot Needle Arts.
Yes.
This is the fabric.
Yeah,
There you go.
and I love that blue. In fact, I called Amy yesterday to ask her if she had any more of it, and she's getting ready to dye some more.
Oh, I love
It's called
that.
Sea Mist.
Mm.
And it's really
Is
pretty.
she going to call you?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Maybe you could say,
You want some too?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let her know.
yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be a big piece.
No, but I got a fat quarter
Yeah.
is all I got. But it's so pretty, and
the bike.
I think the borders, I struggled a little bit
Is
with
that
the border.
done? Is
No.
this one done?
Yes.
Okay.
This one has fill in here.
Okay.
That one is done.
Okay.
Now, I have not put the snaps on because I stitch on a Q snap. The snaps are these little pieces.
Oh, the buttons.
Yeah. They're
Why?
like little, well, they snap on. And what's really funny is they are going to be the spokes
Oh,
of the
there's a
wheel.
specific
Yeah.
place for them,
Yeah.
so they make sense.
Mhm. So I don't want to put them on
Oh,
yet
it's the
because in
spoke.
using a Q snap, I don't want it
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
That's gonna be cute. That's
Yeah.
genius.
Yeah. And Big Creek has these in winter, autumn, summer, and I probably have the winter and the autumn for sure. I will say that the border was a bit of a challenge, and I know that Pam talked about this too. Pam got her started, and I had messaged her and asked her, was her border readable? Of course, this is from 2006, so it's an older, and I don't remember if the border was free. I know
it was on their website at the time,
but it's not anymore.
Right. Okay.
So she'd offered to scan hers and send me a copy of hers, but I've kind of gone and just kind of went with it.
Right.
And love it. Love the colors. I mean, it's all basically Gentle Arts in weeks.
Okay.
Gentle Arts in weeks. But it's been a fun one.
I love you're going fast on both of these.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
well, my goal is to get both of these done before I start my next sale on June 1st. So, and I'm
what's today, the 11th?
Yeah.
So you got plenty of time for those.
Yeah. And maybe even get some more stitches in sea glass.
Why?
But this is the
save sea glass
computer generated picture of what it kind of looks like. It's kind of blurry, but it gives you an idea of what it would look like.
Yeah, you got to get down. The water really brings it all together. So
Yep. I'll probably
it's on the right, so I wouldn't have been there either.
So I think what I'll probably do is finish up that third one, the lighthouse one, tonight, and then
Oh, it's a little pirate.
Mm-hmm. With a peg leg.
Little peg leg. That's adorable.
Yep.
Too cute.
Yep. So fun. Yeah. So these are 4 of my 5 whips.
I love it.
It's been fun.
Yeah, but oops, we got blurry. In a matter of no time, you're going to be checked 2 off the list.
Yeah.
And sea glass, it counts, but it doesn't count. We did this last time.
Yeah,
we look like funny people when we're sitting here.
Ghosts.
Like, all right, hello. Okay, let's see if we show it up close.
Does it do that then?
That's what we did last time.
And it worked.
I don't know why it does that.
I don't either.
I'd like to have it resolved.
No.
I'm glad we showed our whips now.
Yeah, really.
We did one too many, apparently.
And this will it come back?
I don't know. Last time it did.
Mm-hmm.
I could pause it. Do we want to go there? Do we want to risk it?
No.
Okay, so why don't you talk about your sale?
Okay.
And see if it
did we come
clears up. And then before we show it, but you could at least talk about the start date, the hashtag, things like that, and I'll see if
We have a sale. Debbie from Snow Covered Crafts and I will be hosting a sale starting June 1st, and it's for the new Plum Street American Welcome. And it came out at market. It was actually a retreat piece from a year ago, and it did get a year ago in May, and it did get released for market in March. And as soon as it was released, just trying to get us trying. So we go closer.
So weird because that's
better.
Oh, we're back. You look great.
Okay. But this is American Welcome by Plum Street. And like I said, we're starting June 1st. I've been wanting to start this, and when I was at Stitch West, I said to Debbie, "Are you ready?" And she said, "Oh yeah, I'm ready." So we both decided June 1st it would allow us to finish up a couple little things. And I'm stitching mine actually on 30, and I think I showed this last time. It's 32 count.
It was nice.
Golden Harvest by Atomic Ranch.
Yes.
And I love the color, and I think it'll look good.
Look how, that actually shows up really well.
Yeah, it's showing up pretty good. And
I
think
love
the colors
that.
Debbie actually had got it with the call for, and then she changed her mind.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she's stitching it on 32 count, which again must be her sweet spot too. Vintage
32?
Country Mocha. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm excited to start that with her. And we're also going to, and I have made a post on Instagram.
What's the hashtag? You already gave it? You
American Welcome Sal. Real
American
easy one.
Welcome Sal.
And we're going to bring it to StitchCon because she'll be at Weekend Day.
Yes.
And we had said that anybody that would like to start it and is going to be at StitchCon, we'd love to see your progress. We're going to share ours.
Did you order any shirts for StitchCon this
No,
time?
I didn't.
Did the order thing come out? I never
Yes,
saw that.
it did.
I didn't do
The third one,
Facebook.
I think, is up now.
I don't need any. That's
Well,
why
I've
I
got
wondered.
2
I'm
years
pretty
so
good.
I'm going to keep
Good.
what I've got.
Yeah. I might just be a rebel this year and not wear stitch. I mean, I might just wear real different clothes.
Real close?
Yeah, real clothes. Different clothes. I don't know.
Well, I did order a couple of T-shirts, but they weren't StitchCon. So.
I have my one favorite, and I mean, I have worn the heck out of that even when it wasn't StitchCon. I love one of them so much. It's so soft. So that one will go.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, so I guess that's the saddle.
So plans you have are.
Do you have any haul?
I do have haul.
Okay.
Yeah, we can go there.
I don't have any
one
haul.
haul. You have no haul?
Nope.
Well, summer releases really started coming out a little bit after mine. So I've noticed we had Brenda Gervais. We've had a few others that came after mine. And then one of them was Needle Notion. And I've never stitched one of theirs before, I don't think.
I don't think I have either.
And it's called Christmas Kitchen, which I love Christmas in my kitchen. And there's a tree in the kitchen, and then the tree has all the kitchen utensils and all of those kind of things on it. So I bought it with the idea that I only wanted to stitch the Mrs. Claus as a stand-up and then her kitchen, because Santa's busy. So I fell in love with her. I thought she was so happy looking, and I thought she'd be perfect by my tree or something like that, because I happened to find them at a thrift store, and the prices are insane. I have collected Hallmark ornaments for years, but then I stopped. Like, I did it when they would do Hallmark, would go 50 off that next day, and everybody goes there. Okay, so I did the Hallmark Nostalgic Home series, and I've probably got 30 years of them.
Wow.
I'm missing maybe 2 out of the whole series. Well, then I had kids. I didn't pay attention to what was going on at Hallmark. Well, they have Mrs. Claus Kitchen.
Oh.
And they are adorable. And so one day I was walking around the antique mall, and I saw the Mrs. Claus's stove, which has got like a hutch and all these things, and it's like miniatures, and you know how I am about miniatures.
Oh, yeah.
And it was adorable, and I got it for like $15, which
Wow.
I knew for Hallmark it was still pricey for an ornament, kind of, but for Hallmark, and it
Not so much, yeah.
yeah. And then I got the other one, which was not the stove, but I was able to get one more, and then I hunted down the fridge in this series. So I saw one the other day that I'm like, oh, I knew there was more to this, and it's got this.
Was it expensive?
It's like $100.
Oh.
I was like, oh, I can't do that. But this just
That's cute.
falls in line with all of that. So I'm excited, and it's a black and white pattern in case you're interested, but it does look pretty easy to read.
Nice and large.
But I just absolutely thought she was so cute. So I had to do that one. So anyways.
Yeah. No, I did all my haul at Stitch Web.
I'm supposed to have a haul delivered here today.
Oh.
That eBay that I did buy. I did a Save the Stitch that I about freaked out, but it was coming from another country. It was not a sampler. But it's nice. And it's that one with the tea kettle thing. It's old. I don't know where I'm gonna put it. I have no idea. It doesn't match. I mean, it just goes with my mice.
Yeah.
But it's one I would have never stitched because it's a lot of. It's not full coverage, but it's
Well, and
it's a lot of.
I
color
ordered one of
changes.
those 2 that you sent
Did
to
you?
me.
Yeah.
It hasn't come yet. but yes.
Yeah. Well, when we're at your house next time,
Yeah.
we'll do a little video of the tree or something like that.
Well, there's not much on the tree still. They're all in a basket. And we have
Oh,
4.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's right. You had them. Well, that's cute. You'll get
Yeah.
there. You'll get there.
Yeah.
But, okay.
All right, plans?
I leave.
Yeah, you're leaving.
So I will enjoy my, I don't really have plans for Mother's Day. I have daughters. I have one daughter home. And, well, that's Olivia. We'll probably do something, but she's already given me my gift, which I thought was so funny because she showed up last weekend. She's like, here's your Mother's Day.
Oh,
she's
a little week early.
Yeah, I'm like,
oh,
okay. Till next Sunday. And she's like, oh, well, okay, you can just have it. So that was so funny. And then the grandkids are taking swimming lessons every Sunday, which think that's fantastic. Yeah. And they're doing great. And then Cece always, because of the restaurant, she always works busy Sundays.
Yeah,
so
Mother's Day, I'm sure.
I am perfectly okay.
Actually,
on my career schooler.
Actually, I'm going to be probably the same way. I'm going to be spending some time in the pool.
Yeah.
And of course, Kim is out in Oregon. Ronnie actually has company this weekend, and I think they're going on the boat tomorrow. And I really don't want to be out on the boat on Mother's Day. It would be crazy out there. So,
I want to know who did it, who I think does it right. Did you see what the Primrose family's doing?
Yeah. That's cool.
What a way to go.
Yeah.
I mean, so they do an Airbnb, or doesn't matter, but like a destination Airbnb with all of them.
Mm-hmm.
They gift each other things for Mother's Day, and they go for the weekend and stitch and celebrate each other.
Yeah.
Oh, I want in on that. Can I be a Primrose daughter? Something? I want in on that deal, man. Anyways, but yeah, I don't.
But you leave Thursday.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically packing new tires, relax. I mean, there's not.
Yeah, I don't have a lot going on. I'll be Wednesday at the shop. Wednesday stitching at the shop. And then it looks like we'll be back in, I think I looked at the calendar, in 2 weeks. It would be right before StitchCon.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the week before. Yeah, weekend before StitchCon.
That's why we were, there's a few things we wanted to get done today and make sure, because we may not see each other again. We'll see. But other than that, we're always really pretty good about sharing our events on social media. Mm-hmm. I'm anxious to see what they have up their sleeves at StitchCon this year, because sometimes it's just fun that they've got new things every now and then. Last year was where you could go do quick videos.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was an experience.
Yeah,
we were upside down.
Yeah.
But we got it.
I think I had just started doing a FlossTube with you then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun.
So this year you get to stand up again.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. Yeah.
If you could just start designing.
Yeah, no.
Then you can stand up 2 times.
No.
Anyway, so yeah, I'm excited to do this. I think if I asked myself, okay, well, what would you work on next as far as a whip? Because there's so many that I would start.
Oh, yeah.
And this is a new start, so here I have another whip. But I would probably go back to Summer Quaker, hands down.
You're pretty good going on that. I mean, you had a lot of
I really enjoy it. I think the thing to do for me is when I'm in the middle of not a lull, but I'm done with the summer releases, and I've got to get a couple of models out to get to somebody to stitch for me for fall. But other than that, I think I would like to focus on some of these, and as long as they're my favorite, and I get in the zone, then I know I'll pull off a finish. So we'll see.
And now, I forgot to mention, I don't know if you saw Missy, 3 Needles Pulling Thread. She's up in Williamsburg.
Oh, I saw. I know.
And she went into the new LNS up there.
Yes.
I can't wait now till next October.
It was
November, whenever it is.
When we go up.
Yeah.
Yes. I know.
Hopefully, fingers crossed. I went back to look at that to see, and I guess really the real registration is April.
We did the Save Your Spot deal for Williamsburg with Elena Vanabellas, and I'm beyond stoked.
Yeah.
Beyond stoked. So, yeah, I mean, think that's it.
I think so too.
I think that's it. I'm waiting for my models to come back from the Vintage Stitchers retreat.
Oh, okay.
And they should be here soon, and then I'll seal it all up, and then off we go. For I've never been to Biltmore, so prepared for photos.
I have been at Christmas time. It is
that's gotta be phenomenal. Yeah. I'm not sure what Jen Sweet Chaos Stitcher is going to go with me. I'm not sure we're going to do the house for sure, and I guess maybe that means you get to do the gardens. But
gardens are a must.
Yeah, I'm not going to do there's an artist there, and I know it's beautiful, but I feel like now it's been a while since I've been to a retreat.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to just sit down and be with Stitch. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Other than that, we're good.
I think we're good.
All right. We wish everybody a happy Mother's Day. That is my daughter calling right now. The second time. Anyways, yes, we wish you a very blessed Mother's Day. Enjoy your time however you are going to spend it. And as always,
don't forget to floss.
Bye, guys.
Bye.